Hello everybody, my name is Daisy Daniel. I'm a personal resilience life coach coming to you every Monday and Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Today I am in Tennessee. I am traveling to my son's wedding up in Treadway, Tennessee, and right now I stopped at Athens. This is Athens, Tennessee. Let me see if you can see some of the hills back here. Tried to sit somewhere where you could kind of see the rolling hills. Not at the big mountains yet, but nevertheless, very beautiful park. And I wanted to make sure I got my reflection in for me and also for you guys. We have an interesting topic today. And the title of the topic is Times of Reprogramming. So let me see if I can brighten this up a little bit. It's a little dark. Give me 1 second and I will put my little light on here. Might help out the situation. But the drive has been very nice. No complaints. I don't know. I think that helps. Anyway, let's begin. I am reading an impromptu reflection from the book The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. I am on page 136. Here we go. Times of reprogramming. Ooh, let me get my pen ready. Do not ask for love unless you're ready to be healed enough to give and receive love. Do not ask for joy unless you're ready to feel and release your pain so you can feel joy. Do not ask for success unless you're ready to conquer the behaviors that would sabotage success. Wouldn't it be nice if we could imagine ourselves having or becoming and then immediately receiving what we wanted? We can have and be the good things we want. All good things are ours for the asking. The first groundwork, preparation work must be done. A gardener would not plant seeds unless the ground was adequately prepared to nurture and nourish those seeds. The planting would be wasted effort. It would be wasted effort for us to get what we wanted before we were ready. First, we need to become aware of our need or desire. This may not be easy. Many of us have become accustomed to shutting off the inner voice of our wants, needs, and desires. Sometimes life has to work hard to get our attention. Next, we let go of the old programming, the behaviors and beliefs that interfere with nurturing and nourishing the good. Wow, I'm really dark over in this location. I'm gonna have to maybe turn it around. Many of us have strong sabotaging programs learned from childhood that need to be released. We may need to act as if for a while until the belief that we deserve the good becomes real. We combine this process with much letting go while we are being changed at the core. There is a naturalness to this process, but it can be intense. Things take time. Good things are ours for the asking if we are willing to participate in the work of groundbreaking. Work and wait. Here's her prayer. Today, God, give me the courage to identify the good I want in my life and to ask for it. Give me also the faith and stamina I need to go through the work that must be accomplished. All right, love it. I'm going to turn this camera around a little bit and see if I'm not so dark. So excuse me for a second. All right, I think that's a little better. Seeing a nice maple tree or whatever it is. Let's go back and look at this, because she had a lot of good information here. Times of reprogramming. And you know, when I think of reprogramming, I'm talking about reprogramming your mind, the way you think, the way you perceive things. Of course, we know about reprogramming computers, and I like everything she shared here, so let's go. She starts by saying, do not ask for love unless you're ready to be healed enough to give and receive love. Do not ask for joy unless you're ready to feel and release your pain so that you can feel joy. Do not ask for success. Okay. Do not ask for love, joy, and success unless you have done the work to feel it and to receive it. I think that's very good advice. You know, the work of personal development is very difficult work. I know it has been for me, and it's a continual process for me. Even though I do life coaching, I have not arrived. There is not one life coach that has. And so this year in particular has been one of a lot of inner work for myself personally. And it's very painful process. But when you're on the other side, it's going to be all worth it, guys. It really is. All right, so don't ask for love unless you're ready to give and receive love. Don't ask for joy unless you're ready to feel and release your pain so that you could feel joy. Don't ask for success unless you're ready to conquer the behaviors that would sabotage success. How many of you have done that? You have sabotaged your own success. Many examples come to mind. I think about people who purposely gain weight to have a shield around them, a barrier. Not that being overweight should be a barrier to people loving you, but in your mind it is. And so you're sabotaging having a future relationship by doing that. That's just one example. There are many examples I could give you. Wouldn't it be nice if we could imagine ourselves having or becoming and then immediately receiving what we wanted? That would be great, wouldn't it? We can have and be the good things we want. All good things are ours for the asking. But first, groundwork, preparation work must be done. And this is the part where we lose people. This is the part in my coaching where when things get tough and I give them, my clients, some hard homework to do, difficult things to do, there are times they just can't do it. It's too hard. And the work involved with personal development is too hard. And it amazes me the amount of money that people spend on their outward appearance compared to their inward beauty. Personal development is inward, okay? And physical development is outward. But, you know, women, many women, and men most likely, but the women that I'm talking about don't have an issue at all dropping $100, $200 for their hair, for their nails, for a pedicure, for a massage. But they won't even think twice to pay for that. But when it comes to, you know, going to a seminar, going for therapy, getting a life coach, doing anything involving doing inner work and growing, it's very difficult for them to do it. Why? The pain involved, the work involved. Whereas with those other things, there's immediate gratification. But guess what? If you don't do the hard things of inner development, inner work, it'll always be there. It'll always be a sore. It'll always be a hurt, a trauma, an injury that just doesn't heal. So it's in your best interest to take times to do that. And this is personal development, what we're doing now. And I know they're not easy topics, but it's part of personal development. And I like the advice that she's giving. You have to do the groundwork, the preparation work. So yeah, we want success, we want love, we want joy, we want all these things. But we're not doing the work to make those things happen in our lives. She gives an example of a gardener who would not plant seeds unless the ground was adequately prepared to nurture and nourish the seeds. It's the same with our life. If we don't do the work, we're not going to yield that kind of fruit. And, you know, the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, long-suffering, all the fruits of the Spirit. We're not going to get that if we're not doing the work, just like a gardener would do the work. Ask yourself, what are the things I want? And am I doing the work that it takes to get what I want? You want a better relationship with your children? Okay, what's the part you can do to better that? You want a better relationship with your parents? Okay, what can you do to make that happen? You want more business, you want more clients. Okay, what can you do to make that happen? If you're not doing that kind of work, it's just not going to happen, folks. And if it does, it's by just sheer luck, because it's just like going to the gym and doing exercise. You're not going to get toned. You're not going to get toned arms, toned legs, lose weight, any of those things unless you watch what you eat and exercise. It's common sense, but it's very hard to do for many people. All right, it says, otherwise, it would be wasted effort for us to get what we wanted before we were ready. And I believe that, if God gave us everything we wanted when we wanted it, we'd probably have some kind of meltdown because we're frankly not ready for some of the things we want. And I think that's very good advice. Do the work first. You want to be in a relationship with somebody? All right, fix yourself first. Otherwise, you're just bringing your old, damaged, dysfunctional self to another relationship. And that doesn't help that person, and it doesn't help you, because then it stunts your growth at the same time. First, we need to become aware of our need or desire. Last week, we talked about needs and wants. Very good show. If you did not see that, go back and look at that one. You have to become aware. What are your needs? What are your desires? This may not be easy. Why? Because many of us have become accustomed to shutting off that inner voice of our wants, needs, and desires. Yes, codependence. We know we put ourselves last. And so you have to get in touch with what those needs and wants are. Write them down. I'm a big proponent of vision boards. Put them on your vision board so that then you could develop a game plan on doing the groundwork for those things that are on your vision board. By the way, I teach vision board workshops. I'm now doing them one-on-one. I do them in groups as well. Please go on my website to see what I do with the vision board workshops at www.mymomentlc, which stands for lifecoaching.com. Then she goes on to say, next we need to let go of old programming. The way we think, the way we process things. Has to do with trauma too. Old programming. Things just pop into your head because you're associating that image, that smell, that sound with past trauma. You have to get rid of that old programming. What is that? The behaviors and beliefs that interfere with nurturing and nourishing the good. Let me repeat that. Old programming. The behaviors and beliefs that interfere with nurturing and nourishing the good. Basically, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first for a change. It's not selfish. I know you're going to be told. You're going to be told that that's selfish, that God wants us to suffer for Christ. No, God says love others the way you love yourself. No man has ever hated his body, but has taken care of it. And your mind is included as part of your body. So you have to take care of your mind and your body. It's a responsibility that God has given us. Then she says, many of us have strong sabotaging programs. I know I do. I have sabotaged all kinds of things. Not proud of it, but it's just old patterns, old behaviors, rearing their head up again, and I self-sabotage. Don't do that. That's a form of self-abuse when you do that. And you're really preventing God from working in your life when you do that. Not cool. All right. These things are learned from childhood, and they need to be released. Amen. Released. Let it go. We may need to act as if, and that's in quotes, I'm reading on page 137, act as if for a while until the belief that we deserve the good becomes real. Okay, you don't believe you deserve good, you're full of shame, you're full of guilt. Act as if you do. Even if you don't believe it, act as if you do. By the way, you are deserving of good things. You are deserving of love, of respect. You're deserving of many things. But if you don't believe it, act as if you do. We combine the process with much letting go. Yeah, this whole letting go thing, it's a recurring theme. It's the title of a book. Because codependents depend on other people for their love, joy, their purpose in life. It's sad. It's almost like we make other people idols, and God says, do not have any other God before thee, only me. And when we put people and we're codependent on other people, we're making them little gods, and that never works out. That's having a false God. I know we think we're doing good, but we're not. And we're also not being a good role model by doing that. So we combine the process with letting go while we are being changed at the core. Inside, you're being changed. There is a naturalness to this process, but it can be intense. Oh yeah, I will tell you, it's very intense. Things take time. You're not changed overnight, and don't let any other Christian tell you that you haven't changed because you don't have enough faith or blah, blah, blah. Because God does whatever He wants. He could change you overnight, but sometimes it's a process. And nobody could judge you on the timetable of that process. Every person is an individual with individual traumas, individual experiences, and their healing is also individual between them and God. And don't let anybody put you down about that. You take as long as you need to heal and recover. There is a naturalness to the process, but it could be intense. Things take time. Good things are ours for the asking. God says, seek seek and you shall find. Knock and I shall open the door. If we are willing to participate in the work of groundbreaking. Okay, it all goes back to action. Groundbreaking is a verb. It's an action word. Not that we are saved by our works, but we definitely have to pull our weight and do what it takes to have the inner healing that we need and for our personal development. No one could do it for you. Nobody. Work and wait. I love that. And then her prayer at the end. Today, God, give me the courage to identify the good I want in my life and to ask for it. So identify it, ask for it, and of course, work for it. Give me also the faith and stamina I need to go through the work that must be accomplished first. You guys want to go through some heavy-duty inner work? Go to ACOA, Adult Children of Alcoholics, and sign up for the 12-step class. Oh my goodness, it's like a 3-month program. You will be a new person when you're done with that. Guaranteed, you will be a new person if you do the work. You know, not guaranteed if you don't do the work. All right, I want to open it up if there's anybody out there that wants to share on this reflection here in Athens, Tennessee. Anybody out there? I am in a park called Athens Park. Very pretty. I'm not going to be able to hang around. I've got to leave as soon as I'm done here. But I'm glad I was able to do this. Looks like I'm going to sign off. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. If you hear this on the replay, communicate with me. Let me know you're out there. Let me know what you think. And I will see you on Monday. God bless. Bye.